Bonsoir, bienvenue en direct du festival Rétro C Trop de Thil-aux-Lois dans la Somme. Nous allons être en entretien exclusif avec Sting et Shaggy sur la page Facebook de France 3 Picardie. On va les équiper et puis l'interview sera traduite dans les commentaires en simultané. À tout de suite. Bonsoir. Bonsoir. Jennifer. Okay.
Where am I? I'm here.
Yes, I think you. And a second one. I'm sorry.
A what? Two.
Yes.
Two.
All of the microphones.
You need two. Why do you need two microphones?
Because we are in live on Facebook.
One goes to Facebook and one goes to TV.
Where's Shaggy's?
Yeah.
Okay.
This one is fine.
I don't know if I've done this right.
Need some info.
Yes, sir. Is that coffee? Espresso. I'd love an espresso. I need to wake up.
Italian espresso. Miller's at it. What's up? Sure. All right. You can take it. Comme ça? Ok, c'est bon.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Okay. Ready?
Sorry.
Tu les fais en temps?
Touch your skin.
Sorry for that. It's always a bit complicated.
No problem. On aurait pu en mettre un sur.
Alright, cool. So let's get the ball rolling here. I gave you a microphone. Oh, okay. Is that what we're doing? Alright. Gotcha.
C'est tout. Okay. Firstly, Sting and Shaggy, before starting, do you prefer in English or can you answer sometimes in French?
Let's speak in Jamaican. No, English.
Jamaican.
English would be better for both of us.
Okay.
Alright.
My first question is about this place. How do you find Thil-aux-Lois, this castle from 70s?
This chateau?
Yes.
Beautiful. I mean, I live in my house in England is the same period, so it's I appreciate it. Feels like home.
Important to play in this kind of place because of history.
You know, this tour that we've put together I told the agents I wanted to play in interesting backgrounds. I wanted to play in ancient Roman theaters. Last night we played in an old steel mill in Luxembourg. We played in an old Roman quarry the other night in wherever we were. So it always helps to create an atmosphere when you're in somewhere that's interesting. And we're having a good time. The audience is having a good time. The audience likes to visit these places and see what it's about. So yeah, it's nice to have this as a backdrop.
It's a backdrop and also a mix between actual music and history, something like that. Is it,
You know, we are part of a long tradition of, musicians have entertained people for hundreds, if not thousands of years in places like this. So yeah, it's part of a tradition.
You make this turn with Shaggy. How did you meet? How did you decide to collaborate to create this?
We didn't really decide. It just kind of happened. We met and we liked each other, and we're both musicians, so yeah, it seemed very organic. You're not saying anything.
Shaggy.
Oh, Hey, you know, we just know we're having a lot of fun at it, and we like to entertain people, and we like to see them leave with smiles on their faces, and you know, very excited about, you know, they come and in a way they don't know what to expect because the collaboration is such a odd one in their minds. But once they're here and they catch a taste of it, you know, they all leave very pleased and very excited. I've read a couple of the reviews, and you know, people are very, very happy with what they've seen. So I'm glad to be a part of it. I'm glad to, you know, I'm enjoying it immensely. And you know, these kind of venues doesn't hurt either. You know, they're very beautiful. These are venues that I, you know, by myself I probably wouldn't have toured.
How would you explain the music you make together, the mix of Sting and Shaggy? What is it? Is it something new? Is it some...
Well, I think the common ground we share is a love of reggae music. He's an authentic reggae dancehall artist. I respect the form. And that's where we began our musical conversation, but then the album progressed into something much more, something wider, if you like. It's a pop album, but the common ground is reggae. You know, I've never believed in the rigid demarcation of music forms, like ghettoizing music. So you do reggae, or you do jazz, or you do the blues, or rock and roll. I've never taken those barriers seriously, and nor is my friend here. You know, he dabbles in everything.
Yeah, I'm a big fan of hybrid music, of fusion. You know, Sting did that in his music, and certainly did it with the Police. And I think that's one of the things that we both have in common. You know, if you listen to some of my early songs, like, you know, Old Carolina, Mr. Bombastic, It Wasn't Me, any of those songs, none of those songs were straight reggae, you know, or straight dancehall. They had all these different influences, and the style was, they had influences of jazz, they have influences of rock, they have, you know, they have all these different influences, and you put them all together and create this hybrid, which is a unique sound. I mean, I think if you do music in its you know, original natural form and just stay to that, then the music doesn't grow. Nothing comes out of that. You know, you don't break down new barriers by doing that. You know, and I think what we did on this album was, yes, the common ground was reggae. You know, we're both lovers of reggae. We both have done reggae throughout our careers, but to kind of mix it up with a different vibe, the sound of his voice compared to mine might seem very odd, but they work together. You know, you check out a song like "Don't Make Me Wait." You know, it complements each other. So,
one low, one high?
Yeah,
like
because he's a tenor and I'm a, what you call me?
You're a baritone.
There you go.
And about the lyrics, the message maybe you want to give, was it easy to find the common way?
Well, you know, we are living in a time of very difficult politics in the whole world. People are trying to put us in boxes. You know, you're white, you're black, you're Muslim, you're Christian, you're Jewish, blah, blah, blah. And that is anti-progressive. And so I think this music has a political statement to make, in that it's two people from different cultures making music together, and that's already political. And, you know, I feel it's important to do that right now, because this other thing that's happening in the world is not helpful. It's actually going back to medieval times. I don't want to do that. I'm progressive.
You are singing since 45 or 50 years, about 45 years, and with a big message, very political, very wildlife also. You love defending big causes in the world. What has changed? What makes you happy? Do you think some of the words you sung, like Russian, by example?
Like what?
Like
Russian.
the Russian. Did that help the world to get a little bit better?
No, I don't think songs can change the world at all. I think you can plant seeds in people's minds, you know, young people's minds. You can plant a seed about human rights. You can plant a seed about ecology or saving the planet or something. But you're not going to change the mind of a politician tomorrow, you know. But you're singing to a class of people who may become politicians in the future, you know. So I'm always optimistic about the long-term value of what we do, rather than the short-termism of just saying, you know, if I sing a song, it will change the world. I've never been that naive.
Are you optimistic about future, Shaggy?
Am I optimistic about the future? I mean, you could only hope at this point, you know. I've been given some curveballs, things that I never in a million years thought I'd see happen, you know. But there's always hope, and I have to look at the brighter side of things, and I invest in people's in humanity, and in people's heart, you know, and maybe naive in a way, but my sense is that majority of the people in the world are decent human beings, and you know, we might have leaders that you know vote otherwise, and then they follow. But I think just the basic human being, brothers and sisters, are decent people, and it takes life and the evolution of life to actually bring that out of them, you know. And there's different things that happen that bring that out of people. Sometimes bring the good, sometimes bring the bad. But I'm a believer that good will always prevail.
Two last questions. Firstly, if you had a magic wand, what would you like to change in the world? One or two things very important to you?
Well, I think an acceptance of reality would be nice from our politicians to admit that we are in a crisis. We are in an ecological crisis. We are in a social crisis. And politicians seem to live in this fairy tale. You know, they're saying climate change is not happening because it's anti-business, but you know, they just have a reality pill. But I think we have the wrong politicians in power at the moment, all over the world.
Just how far do you go for votes, man? It's like votes. It's just for, you know, it's you know, I will mess up the rest of the world as long as my base, whosoever my base, my crew of people that will get me elected is you know. So I'm gonna go with that crap that they're going with, even within yourself when you know it's not right. You know, you can't. At some point, you gotta do it for the love, and like Chronic saying, not for the likes. Too many people are doing it for the likes these days, man. You know?
My last question is a kind of joke, sorry. Do you think this world needs more police or pop stars?
I don't think the world needs any more pop stars, frankly. What was the one then? Police?
Police or pop stars?
No.
No police anymore. It was also to ask if maybe we can see you one more time with the group, meeting group.
Probably not.
The stage.
Probably not, no.
And the second album together, is it possible?
Probably not.
Thank you very much.
Just one question.
All right.
Your opinion about Brexit.
About who?
Brexit.
It's a disaster. I haven't heard one coherent argument in favor of Brexit. It's totally insane. Why? Because why are we leaving the European Union when it's to our advantage, and to leave it is to our disadvantage? There is no reason. It's complete madness. My country's gone mad.
You are living in England, in the United Kingdom?
I live in New York and I live in England, yeah. I live everywhere.
Global citizen.
Yeah.
That's what we promote. Yeah, you can come live in Jamaica anytime. We'll open our doors to you. It's great sunshine, great beaches, good weed. You'll love it. That's what the world is about. It's about making everybody live in everybody's place. You know what I mean? It's one world. It was created by the Almighty. It's for everybody. Why are we putting borders on everything?
One man, one world.
You know what I'm saying? Out of many, one people. Out of many, we are all one. You know what I mean? One man shit stinks just the same as the other one. It's the same. You know what I mean? When you come with things and start to separate people and get this stupid idea that that's going to make you better, and people buy into these things, it's stupid. It's stupid. England was built not on just Englishmen. The other day they was going through a whole thing where there were some Jamaicans that came and helped to build it after the war. France, Germany, there's different people from different countries that come together. You know what I'm saying? They're called immigrants. You know what I mean? We're from everywhere. And I'm an immigrant, so I'm going to stand for that. So I'm with him. Fuck Brexit. There you go.
It's clear.
Thank you very
It's
much.
the most coherent thing I've heard about Brexit. Thank you. I think I might have lost my... Okay, thank you.
Thank you very much.
Merci. Now, Julie.
Oh, you're going to take a quick picture with the three of them, and then can you turn that off? So that I can take a picture. You guys are-
Where?
Alors, just right here.
Ah la photo. Ah oui, on va faire la photo.
Oui, bien sûr.
C'est obligé.
Ready?
Yes, but I'm going this.
Yeah.
Please, can we...
Your image,
Let's do it out here.
Yes.
That's too bad. That's fine.
Yeah,
Go back up. And then we have to go.
Mon Dieu.
Okay, perfect.
All right.
Oh, I agree.
Ça y est, c'est fait. Alors ça, c'est pas le mien. Alors, Alors moi, je m'assois 2 minutes parce que je viens quand même de faire l'interview de Sting. Je suis quand même la génération police. Et je suis pas souvent en mode fan, mais là, honnêtement, j'ai trouvé, je sais pas, je trouvais que c'était quelqu'un de quand même assez accessible, Shaggy également. Enfin voilà, c'était... J'espère que vous avez eu autant de bonheur que nous à suivre cette interview. On espère que vous reviendrez la voir sur notre page Facebook. Vous la retrouvez aussi sur notre page YouTube le plus rapidement possible. Stanislas, qu'est-ce que tu en as dit, toi ?
Eh bien, écoute, il faut que je retravaille un peu mon anglais quand même, parce que c'est pas toujours très simple. Shaggy, il a un accent assez chaud, mais on comprend bien ce qu'il dit quand même. On comprend bien ce qu'il dit. Et comment dire, c'est un personnage qui est plein de profondeur, Sting. Hein.
Oui, puis je sais pas, il dégage une espèce de douceur comme ça qui est...
Il réfléchit beaucoup à ce qu'il dit, il dit des choses profondes, il dit des choses intéressantes. On apprend des choses, en fait. C'est le genre de personne qui te cultive et qui va cultiver, j'espère, tous les gens qui ont suivi ce live.
Je sais pas, moi j'étais en mode fan là, je sais pas toi.
Et alors, j'ai essayé de garder
la distance,
le recul qu'on
moi,
appelle
je
le
posais
recul
pas les
journalistique,
questions.
mais j'avais écrit les questions pour avoir un petit guide.
Pour pas te perdre.
Après, il faut aussi expliquer aux téléspectateurs un petit détail, c'est
aux internautes
qu'on avait initialement...
on ne voit pas.
Ah, on me voit pas. Ah bah alors.
Ah non, c'est pas sur mes genoux.
Non, là, comme ça. Ah, comme ça. Alors,
voilà.
Donc, il faut expliquer aux internautes qu'initialement, on avait demandé une interview de Sting et on ne savait pas ce qu'on aurait et on s'est retrouvé à avoir Sting et Shaggy.
Voilà.
Donc, j'ai préparé une interview
sur Facebook en plus, parce que c'était pas prévu non plus.
C'était pas non plus prévu, ça s'est décanté à la dernière minute, on l'a cherché, on l'a demandé et puis c'est toujours long d'obtenir ce genre de réponse. C'est très compliqué le milieu du showbiz, mais on l'a eu et on en est très content pour vous en faire profiter bien sûr. Et donc moi j'avais surtout préparé une interview sur Sting.
Oui,
les questions que j'avais orientées étaient très Sting, alors j'ai essayé de les adapter à la dernière minute, comme on le fait de toute façon assez souvent parce qu'on s'adapte à la situation qui se présente. Nous on fait de l'actualité quand même à la base.
Il y a un concert.
Alors le concert il est dans quelques minutes.
Oui, on vous laisse parce que nous du coup Stanislas
vous
va aller
des extraits demain sur France 3 Picardie sur ce qu'on appelle le linéaire en langage barbare, à la télé. Et puis vous en reverrez sur internet aussi parce que Jennifer va vous faire quelques jolis petits trucs.
On va mettre tout ça tout de suite au plus vite sur YouTube, sur notre site internet dès demain matin. Et puis ben voilà, nous on va aller au concert et puis on espère en tout cas que ça vous a fait autant plaisir qu'à nous de suivre cette interview, de moi pas la mener, mais c'était bien et on est
content.
content.
Des questions finalement à laquelle j'avais pas du tout pensé parce que c'est vrai que
tu vois
non mais c'est bien de travailler
comme
à plusieurs.
Quoi, hein,
le travail en équipe.
Tout seul on va plus vite, à plusieurs on va plus loin.
Et,
voilà.
Et on a eu un chef qui disait qu'il y a plusieurs cerveaux, on réfléchissait mieux.
C'est vrai.
C'est pas toujours vrai. Hein.
Donc voilà, on est
Bonne
très
soirée
contents.
à tous et profitez.
Bonne soirée, profitez et puis on retrouve tout ça demain sur Internet.